Did the stock market crash just get fired? Because right now, stocks are giving us a nice little bounce. And Wall Street sees signs the worst of the US stock sell off is over. Stocks are fairly happy today. And we can see that here by looking at the heat map. Hi, Tesla. Nice little snapback there, buddy. So after triple witching, stocks are bouncing. We've actually moved from extreme fear right here into fear. Stocks are actually graduating. But there's this liberation day that's right around the corner. And we're not sure whether you, that's right, you should be expecting moves higher or moves lower. Why? Well, because the details are still a mystery. So is that part of the strategy? Because we're hearing it's getting pared back. We're hearing it's not going to happen. We're hearing it's totes happening. We're hearing April 2nd. We're hearing it's going to get pared back. We're hearing there's going to be exceptions. We're hearing there's not going to be exceptions. Man, I'm confused. Maybe you are too. But here are the notes that we had going into this week. This is a bearish pattern. Yes, we were due for a bounce. We also talked about that. Why? Because that's what the pattern calls for. It calls for a bounce after we touch the blue line. That's exactly what we just did. Look, we just touched the blue line. So where are we now? Because that's a really important test. We have a huge hole on the chart too on the daily. So what do? Because yes, it feels great. The stocks are higher today. The higher we went today, the less comfortable I felt. Why? Because I don't know where support is on the daily chart. I'll show you exactly what I mean. But first, this is what I would like to show you because I said that the system is looking for an alert, and maybe now you can see it. There's a little bit of a curl. So if we think about 10 innings, right? First inning, so the stocks go down. So that's from 10. Let's think about this because I explained it to somebody today and it appeared to make sense. So stocks go up. We're at number 10. Then we go 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then as we flatten out at 0, we go up a little bit, right? Number 1, then we go to 2, then we go to 3. Sometimes we go up and down, but we're on a pathway to get back to 10. So until then, as of right now, let's look at it. The candle's not closed. I would argue that we went down and had a tiny bounce. Cool, we took a breather before going down more. The volume does not lie here. When people are excited to sell more than they are excited to buy, that usually leads to more downside. So looking here to the daily chart, here is where we can build a staircase of support. So this massive M is still there. And if you remember, I got pretty bullish on this move, but let's just not talk about that. Let's look at the last couple of candles here. This is what really matters. After triple witching, I think there was $5 trillion in notional value that expired. So now, normally, what would happen is that we actually get an opposite move before the true move for the next cycle, which means what? I actually don't like this move even more. Makes me uncomfortable. I would have preferred if we actually went down before going up because the next 3 months or the next quarter for me are much more important than the next, say 24 hours. As I think about that, what do we have here? Well, we have some dip buying. The second we came down, look at these candles here. We got hollow, 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 hollow. That's right. Ever since the low that we formed right here on the absolute low, we've now been forming mostly hollow candles. Okay, so gap downs are for buying, but gap ups are for buying too? Well, that's the tricky part because let's look a little bit closer. I know I don't normally spend a lot of time looking at the charts. Maybe this will give you some value today. Trying something a little bit new, and frankly, the video is coming out a lot longer, so we're just going to focus on price action for here. Why? I want to tell you what I think could happen. We're testing a key relative low in the 200 MA. Normally, when you add that plus a gap up, you sell that gap up. Why? That's what the probability tells you. It is possible we go to 1 million tomorrow. How likely is that? Not very likely. That is possibility versus probability. So if we look here, down, dead can't bounce. If we form a W, we need to form some kind of back test. Here's where I would here's where I would feel more comfortable. This move higher right here is now roughly around the highs that used to be resistance. So if this turns into support and we form a higher low tomorrow and we also close above the 200 MA, that would be 2 consecutive candle closes back above the 200. Then we would look for a move back up closer to the 50. So over, as long as higher lows are maintained, we can go higher low, eventually hit that 50. Then that's to be determined. I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't even think we're going to hold this move. So can we trust this rally? Well, Wall Street is seeing signs the worst is over. I just put that in the video because frankly, I was scrambling a little bit today. So there you go. So what would I do in this scenario? I would wait for confirmation. Why? Let's go back to our notes. Their time is valuable. So as we're going through this, I would really appreciate your help here. If you could please consider smashing that thumbs up or subscribing to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. So we talked about the bearish scenario. We talked about the bullish scenario, which could not repeat. It could be a bounce that turns into a reversal. That'll be confirmed when we actually go up. Let me show you a chart here that might actually sober you up. Why? Head and shoulders, knees and toes. This chart right here, what does it have? It's the NASDAQ. So what are we leaning into for this rally? If it's not tech, what is it? I don't know. When I look here, I'm like, well, that's like a really tough resistance zone. We got a 161 extension. All right, one reason to sell. All right, second reason to sell. We got the 200 MA. Third reason to sell. We got the head and shoulders right here. All right, and then we got the gap up. There's a bit of a tail today on QQQ, but I don't feel comfortable with that. It tagged the wicks on the top. So what used to be resistance acted as support. I don't know what's going to happen in this hole though. And that hole is a big potential. We go back to SPY. What percent decline would that be? It would be huge, right? So if we go down for a gap fill, that's a 1.6% decline. Hey, I'd rather buy that gap down than get forced in here. So if we look back to our notes here, what does it say? It says wait till the end of the week, right? The plan. Wait for what? Friday at 4 o'clock. Hey, we printed number 3. Kudos to the bulls. We leapfrogged to number 3. What do we need though? We need number 4. We need not want to have. We need to have a second candle close above that previous candle high. Cheat code for you here is that it's exactly what our system looks for. So if we look here to a lot of stocks, like even Tesla, that's right. So even though I might talk trash about Tesla in a video, I said till 2027, right? It's been one effing day. You guys are so cocky out there in the comments sometimes, but I love it. Why? It tells me the positioning. Look, my system called it. I didn't want to buy Tesla right now. I did excellent on it this year. I have a great taste in my mouth when I buy it. Tesla on Friday told us time to go up 18%. That's right. Look at these targets though. It says it could go as high as 415. Do I believe that? It could go higher, but how is that going to hold? They're not just telling me it's going to go up. The exact same thing I just told you about here. What does that mean? It has to hold it. It's nice it's trying to go up, has to confirm it is. This candle has to close. That's why it's blinking. This check mark means it's passed. Let me make it even easier for you. I'm ordering the stock. So yeah, I ordered it. Why? Hey, if I'm right, I'm going to make $2 for every $1 I'm going to risk. And I'm going to order it. If it passes or closes green above the alert price on Friday, it will become an active holding. Right now, we only got like 2 stocks. All right, sorry, I have to cut off there for a second. So I just got 2 positions in my account right now, and these are short-term trades. The reason why is because I liquidated. I sold Kava, Net, Lockheed, ARC, XLK, CCJ, Zoom, BOO. Why? I've been showing this a couple of times, and normally, when I start to share my gains and it goes up more, I usually get a black eye. I've chosen to step back. I've chosen to recalculate. So I like these short-term ideas, which were trade alerts, and now I am upgrading to weeklies. Let me explain this very simply for you. If we manage to close higher this week, that'll get me a lot closer to my plan. Why? We are due for the same thing on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So let me see if those actually popped off today. I don't know if they did. Let me see. All right, QQQ, SPY. Let's look at IWM and DIA. Why? I just care about those ones right this second. I'll check it after. Oh my God, there we go. IWM, weekly alert. So that means potentially bullish for 3 weeks. But it's blinking. What does that mean? It's trying to go up. It's not actively going up. What's the risk reward? It's $1.13 of reward for $1 of risk. I don't particularly love that, but it's progress. So let's make this even simpler. If we look to the weekly chart right now, if on Friday we do one of these, like where we just like, hey, we're looking good, weekly higher high, and then we sell off, you're not going to say, yeah, that's bullish. Exactly. So by Friday is when these alerts will hold. And right now we got radar for them. That's right. I am scanning for you, looking ahead. It's looking ahead to see if these alerts are due, and they are. So if they're due this week or we continue to go higher, which is basically what I pointed out on the daily chart, we continue to plug in daily higher lows, ideally daily higher highs, because otherwise we're going to roll over. Volume sucks here. But if we keep doing higher lows and higher highs, that means that the weekly chart is going to be higher than it is now. So we're going to close above 571, correct? And then if next week we also have continuation, that's all the way to next effing Friday. That's an eternity in this market. That's so many sessions. But here's the key takeaway. It's going to be after potential peace, right? That was happening today. Look for headlines on Thursday. And then America Liberation Day. That's going to be after that. So if This is a sell the news, sell the hype, buy the news, because that's what we did. We sold off into the potential of tariffs. Now we've bounced. If it's a reversal, man, this is going to be a 4-year mandate. Remember, it's not even been 100 days. The guy doesn't even have his full mandate out. Well, let's let the guy get his mandate out before we have, I don't even know, 4 times 365. That's a lot of effing days, over 1,000 days. We're not even 10% in. So let's be a little bit mindful of where we are. So to summarize one more time, this week, we want to see bullish evidence. We want a nice bullish cake. Guess where we are right now with evidence? We're only at number 1. Why? Last week, we did not hold the higher high. So yes, we're enthusiastic. We want the market to go up. It's literally what the fear and greed says too, right? It's confirming it. We're getting good confirmation. I want to see more. I want to see evidence, like beyond a shadow of a doubt. So there you go. These alerts are going to work. I'm not going to sell you much beyond that. Just hang out or subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Thanks so much.